Okay, everyone, if you got to the end of the first video, I didn't want to record the whole video because these take a long time to put together, so apologize for breaking it into two videos. But at the end of the first video, we ran into some troubles, and I am going to have to admit defeat because I cannot get what I want to work in Pandas, despite the fact that I've consulted with several different websites. So on a lark, I decided to take out of Spider. I was in Spider. Couldn't get it to work in Spider, so I decided to take it out of Spider and drop it into Jupyter Notebooks, and that's what I've done here. It's the same exact script, does the same exact thing. It imports the same libraries, does the same scatter plots, does everything we want, but it just operates differently in Jupyter Notebooks. And I don't know why. I'll have to consult with people who are wiser in the world of Python than me. Let me just show you what I did, though. I went through and, again, it's a straight copy of the script. I changed the PLT fig size settings to 15 by 15 because really it's a heat map where we really do want it to be a square. So if I set that, and then I go through and I run the same command that I used, nothing's changed here. This is the same command that I had in Spider, and then go ahead and save it to my graph. That was the other part, or the other thing that wasn't working is it wasn't saving to my graph. I actually got this to work in Spider fine. It wasn't the size I wanted, but it worked fine. It still saved this really small size. Now I've got everything working fine in Jupyter Notebooks. I really made no changes, so I can't explain that. But if I run it, you'll notice that there's a couple of things that come up. It's a little weird. One thing is that it doesn't run the whole script. Let me run it again. I gotta get in the right spot, sorry. Okay, so it runs the whole script this time. Gives us our correlations. Our two scatters, it puts our two scatters in the same plot and the same tick marks. So the first example that we ran in Spider didn't do that. It ran two separate graphs. This one jams them into the same one. I'll see if I can figure out how to fix that problem. And the other thing that it does, though, is it fixes our heat map problem. So it gives us our labels that we want and the size that we can read them, and it gives us our correlations. And this is actually a useful heat map. You'll see, of course, everything that is correlated to itself is the one-by-one diagonal line that we had when we did this in R, and it works fine. The other thing that works now is if I go and I find my file that I output, which is called my graph, I can see that my graph is here, and when I open it up, it opens up as a PNG file, as a photograph, and then I can zoom in and make use of that file. So I've actually been able to save my heat map. Not only I can save it by generating the script, but I can also save it out to the whatever file I want. Okay, so that concludes this. I still want you to do the same thing. I'll work on figuring out why those scatter plots merge together and why there's differences between Spider and Jupyter Notebooks. I'm starting to like Jupyter Notebooks a little bit better than Spider because I don't think that Spider is giving me the results that I want. When I type something in that's supposed to work, it doesn't work in Spider. Works fine in Jupyter Notebooks. So I might have you sort of trend all over to Jupyter Notebooks and use that to write your scripts. Anyway, if you have any questions, let me know. But go ahead and go through both scripts, kind of the one where you put in your own data and the one where you read in the Boston housing data. And like I said, you can follow what I've given you, or you can play around a little bit and see what it is you're able to make sense out of. Okay, thanks.